girl named Grace and a boy named Sam. Grace, but this story starts to change when when Grace and Sam meet. Like take a video of and post on the channel. Ow, I just bit my lip. Or my inside of my okay. Let me restart. Hi, I'm Dolly, but you can call me Dabz. So today I'm reviewing Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. Is there anything that I have to say for this? Oh, this is the first book review of 2020. This book I read in 2019, but I didn't review it in 2019. I read it near the end. I finished it near the end of 2019, so I didn't read it. So Shiver is about a girl named Grace and a boy named Sam. Grace has been fascinated with wolves, especially with the wolf pack in her backyard, and in particular, a yellow-eyed wolf in that pack. Sam lives two different lives. In the colder seasons, he's a wolf, and in the warmer seasons, he's a human. Both of them have been in love with each other for a long time, and they haven't been able to tell each other for different reasons. But then they finally meet. So this book was amazing, and I feel like I always say this, but the details and like the descriptions in this book were very realistic. The author, I feel like, spent a lot of time describing like the scenes in the book and like the settings and stuff like that. And I could see images in my brain of what was happening at that moment. The romance in this book between Sam and Grace was really sweet and cute, but it was also very like intense, like strong. And this book also had like little bits of action and adventure in it as well. And it talked a lot about werewolves and like how the author kind of like wrote werewolves into the story. Like how, so when there are books about mythical creatures like werewolves or like vampires, all the like the author that writes the book usually comes up with their own backstory of how they started, what they're like, and I really liked what Maggie Stiefvater came up with. I really liked the backstory of werewolves and like how she portrayed them in the story. So in this book, there were two different perspectives, Sam and Grace, and I really liked how there were two different perspectives because now I could see the relationship from like both of the sides. And if there was like an argument, I can see both of the sides of the argument, or like I can see how both of the characters like thought of each other, and I really like that. This is what it looks like. It would say the chapter number and then the name, and it would also say the temperature because the temperature is actually important to the story. I think I can say this. This is not really a spoiler. When it gets colder, people that are werewolves change into wolves when it's colder. No. That's how she wrote the story. That's how she like made werewolves. Yeah. Yeah, it's different. Also, this book is part of a series. There's Shiver, and then there's Linger, and then there's one more. I don't know what it's called. But the end of this story was a little bit of a cliffhanger, so I do think I want to read those if possible. I say that, and then sometimes I don't read the rest of the series, but I put it in my like to read list. So I also think that I would recommend this book to people who like romance, but also people who like action. And this book is a YA fiction book, so that's young adult fiction book. So that's good to know. And the last thing that I want to say is that the author, Maggie Stiefvater, has written other books that I want to read, like, I think it's called the Raven Cycle series. Can you, like, put a picture? I think it's called the Raven Cycle series, and I really want to read that series because I've heard about it on like BookTube and stuff like that. So I want to check that out. So all of my social media will be down in the description, but my Goodreads is Call Me Dabz, and my Instagram is Call Me Dabz with periods in between each letter or word, periods in between each word. On Goodreads, there will be reviews of all of the books that I read. Sometimes I won't write the review, but I'll at least put a number of stars. And there'll be reviews of all of the books, even if they're not reviewed on the channel. And I will also put books that I want to read and books that I DNF'd, did not finish, and books that I'm currently reading. I'll try to update those more often. And it has all of the books that I've read in the past year since 2018. Add me on Goodreads and follow my Instagram. I post books on there. I'm gonna post this. By the time this is up, I'll probably have posted this. Happy reading! What am I supposed to say? That's the end of my book review. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And happy reading. Bye. Can I just say bye?